And tonight, here in San Antonio, a cry for help. Catholic Charities donation supply is running dangerously low as more federal employees and their families turn to the nonprofit as a lifeline. Eyewitness News reporter Roxy Bustamante is live from the headquarters. And Roxy, how many more families are they now serving?
Deborah, Catholic Charities has served 200 families this week at just one of their locations. That's a 25% increase, and they expect that to double by next week. The demand is so great, and Catholic Charities is in dire need of donations to help these families stay afloat.
In just 48 hours, Catholic Charities shelves have cleared out. This donation room at the Guadalupe Community Center is usually overflowing, but now scarce.
It's very empty. We're not used to it being like this, but the stuff is going out as soon as it comes in.
Typically, the center helps at least 50 families a day, but since the government shutdown, that number has increased daily.
A lot of families live paycheck to paycheck, and so we know that they're going to need help with their electric bills. They're going to need to keep their lights on. They're going to possibly need help with their rent even.
She says some federal employees are traveling from surrounding counties and as far as the valley just to get what their family needs to make it another week.
They've completely lost their sense of normalcy.
That's why they need your help restocking their shelves and continue to support our neighbors through this crisis for however long it may last.
We can't, Catholic Charities, do it alone. We need our community and people to step up to help and to serve with us.
Now, as far as donations, they need H-E-B gift cards, foods, clothes, also for children and adults. You can bring those donations in person here at their main office on French Place or at the Guadalupe Community Center during their regular business hours. Reporting live, Roxy Bustamante, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.